What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Talk Inside the Ring. As you can see, I am in a brand new location. Just gonna make this short. Wife and I bought a house, so this is gonna be the permanent location. This is gonna be the YouTube room. As you can see, it's a work in progress, but yeah. So this is permanent, no more moving around. I sadly though do not have any editing tech, so I'm just gonna have to do this like this or reach out some help with some friends. But for now, this is how things are gonna go. So got a couple things to talk about. First of all, we got done with King and Queen of the Ring. I know it's been done ever since for 3 days. I will say though, before I get into anything, I understand the name of the pay-per-view, King and Queen of the Ring, because it used to just be King of the Ring, and now it's King and Queen. I get it, and just to make sure I don't get any hatred, I love the fact that the women are getting to do things that the men have gotten to do. We have women Money in the Bank. We have women Hell in a Cell. We have women Royal Rumbles. I love the fact that the women are getting to do the same match types as the men. However, I just think the title of the pay-per-view, King and Queen of the Ring, is just way too long, and I think that they should change it to something. The only idea I could come up with was maybe you will all be participating in the King and Queen of the Ring tournament at Battle for the Crown or something like that. I think something along those lines, like Battle for the Crown or Chase of the Crown or something like that, would be like a little shorter and just, it would roll off the tongue a lot easier instead of just that King and Queen of the Ring. But however, I digress. So I'm not going to go into depth with all these matches like I usually do. I'm just going to talk about some stuff that I really enjoyed about this. So I love the fact, once the pre-show is over, I do not watch the pre-show. I'm not going to ever cover those unless y'all want me to, but I'm just not going to do it. So I like that they officially started the show with Liv Morgan and Becky Lynch. I was really wondering, how are they going to get this started off? And they just chose right from the get-go, let's go ahead and do this. Liv Morgan and Becky Lynch for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. And I called it. I was like, okay, is Dom going to come in here? Is he going to cost Becky Lynch? And I like the story that they are doing. They are making it where Dominic is trying to get revenge for Rhea Ripley. He's like, I'm going to make sure you do not win that title. And he throws in a chair, and he accidentally costs Becky Lynch the championship. And afterwards, they're interviewing her, and she's like, I don't know why he was out there. I didn't want him out there. I didn't need him out there. I got my rematch, so I'll do it Monday. And I like the thing that they're doing with Rhea, or not Rhea, I like what they are doing with the storyline of Liv Morgan and her revenge tour. She's gotten one thing done. She has gotten the Women's World Heavyweight Championship, and her revenge tour is still going on. They've been doing like subtle hints that Dom is going to eventually turn on Rhea Ripley. And Monday Night Raw, they had Liv Morgan kiss Dominic Mysterio, and it looked like he was not really enjoying it, and it was more like, whoa, why did you do this? Why did you kiss me? No, I belong to mommy. And they're clearly going to have Dominic turn on Rhea Ripley, but they need to do it when she comes back. I like that they are doing this really slowly. They're dropping the breadcrumbs. Someone's doing an interview, and you see Rhea Ripley come out of a room, and then not too much longer, you see Dom come out of that same room. Dominic Mysterio on one Monday Night Raw had a bandana around his neck. It was purple. And then it was gone. And then we saw in a picture that Liv Morgan had it tucked in her pocket. They are slowly having her take him away from Rhea Ripley. And it's a possibility that she might be taking the Judgment Day away from him too, because there was a shot of her in a limo. And who was in that limo? Finn Balor. So I'm pretty sure that they might be having... Rhea Ripley is definitely turning face. There's nothing that we can do about that. When she comes back, she's going to be a mega baby face, just like when Triple H came back in his injury from 2002. Yeah, when Rhea Ripley comes back, she is going to just destroy everybody, and I'm hoping, I know it probably ain't going to happen, but it would be awesome if we got a custody for Dominic Mysterio between these two women, and it would just be awesome. I loved this match. I love where the story is going. Now, we of course have the triple threat for Sami Zayn's Intercontinental Championship match. We have Sami, who's on one of the longest runs of his career, one of his best runs of his career. This is actually his, I don't know how many times he's been Intercontinental Champion, but this run is great. I really love the storytelling that they're doing with this. He's a mega babyface, and the story between him and Chad Gable, who we can all just go ahead and call, he is this new generation's Kurt Angle. They're chanting, "You suck," during his entrance now. And I'm just like, yep, he's Kurt Angle. All he needs to do is just shave his head, and yeah, then he'll be Kurt Angle. But the story is going really good. This match was really good. The fact that he was able to lift up Bronson Reed for the whatever powerbomb it is, but he was able to end up getting the win, and we're eventually going to see Sami Zayn end up talking to Otis to get Otis to turn on Chad Gable, because as we all know, Chad Gable is a mega douche. He's the one who needs to shoosh. Like the match. Now, we get to the one match that I was really wondering how are they going to do it, and having Nia Jax be the one to win Queen of the Ring, I'm pretty sure was like, yeah, there's no doubt. But how they were doing her opponent, I cannot remember her name. I'm just going to call her Valkyrie. She was doing really good. I was like, oh, is she going to be able to beat Nia Jax? And how they had Nia Jax literally squash this poor woman, I was like, oh, okay, yeah, no, she ain't kicking out of that. She gave Nia Jax everything. And then there was a spot on the turnbuckle. She was trying, I think she was trying to do like, she was trying to superplex her, and she did like that flip thing, like where it was going to turn to a power bomb. And when she was trying to pull Nia Jax just sat down. And I'm like, yeah, she's dead. 1, 2, no getting up from that. I was like, oh, that looked bad. I mean, it looked awesome, but it really made me wonder, did she just kill that woman? So yeah, Nia Jax, Queen of the Ring, and she is not a babyface. No, she immediately, like she was crying, like she was hugging Triple H. And then it got to, she cut a promo. She's like, oh no, she's still a heel. I really like this work that they are doing with Nia Jax. You can tell she has improved vastly, and I am looking forward to seeing what she's going to do. And I hope that she gets another title reign. I really hope she does. I really like the fact of she was like, it's like, this is getting irritating, and then just boom! And like she just sits there, and as she's doing the count, she's like, and I was just like, dang, that's just, okay, I'm done. King of the Ring. Gunther versus Randy Orton. I miss, apparently Orton's shoulders were not all the way down. Now, Gunther is red hot right now, and he's getting ready to be white hot because it makes sense to give him the King of the Ring. I was kind of thinking, if they give it to Randy Orton, okay, Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes, SummerSlam. No duh. But also, you've got Gunther, who had the longest Intercontinental Championship reign, and either way, you were going to get a good match. You were going to get good progression, whoever won. A lot of people really thought, though, it should have been Orton, because a lot of people really want to see Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, and I get it because of their history. Do I think the wrong person won here? Yes and no, but more no than yes. So, okay. My favorite match of this entire pay-per-view. Logan Paul versus Cody Rhodes. There was one split second in this match that I thought Logan Paul might win. I'm like, are they going to end his title reign now? Which I don't think they should. They should give him a long title reign. I mean, no one's going to have a reign as long as Roman Reigns. That reign is never going to be topped ever again. Roman Reigns is the longest Universal Champion of all time, and that's how it's going to stay. But if they did give the belt to Logan Paul, he's a good heel, and you can have Cody get it back. But, I loved this match between Cody and Logan, and the story was really good. Yes, Logan Paul is a heel, and we love seeing him just get his butt beat. Not as much as we love watching MJF getting the crap beaten out of him. Also, stay tuned for that. But the fact that Logan Paul was kind of the underdog in this story, but he was just being really cocky and arrogant about it. He was basically trying to prove, I belong here. I belong here. I'm better than you. but more it's along the lines of, I belong here, I deserve to be champion, and the best part of this entire match, Logan Paul almost got counted out, and Cody Rhodes was like, don't you dare count this out. And then later on, the ref is trying to tell Cody, like, Cody, look, stop. And Cody's like, he needs to learn. He's going to learn. I'm like, dang, Cody ain't playing around. And, we get the triumphant 3 crossroads for the 1, 2, 3. I just loved that. I loved this match so much. It was probably my favorite match on the card. But I just loved the chemistry between Cody Rhodes and Logan Paul, and the fact that Cody Rhodes was like, boy, I'm going to teach you a lesson. You need to shut your mouth and you're going to lose. I loved this dynamic so much. Do I like the Saudi Arabia shows? They're hit and miss. I've always thought that the Saudi Arabia shows were kind of like alternate timelines. So you have like the normal pay-per-view schedule, and then you have the Saudi Arabia ones, and it looks like the Saudi Arabia ones are like, okay, stories are dropped, let's just go out there and have fun. Versus, the main pay-per-views, it's story, and yeah. Hit and miss, more misses with the Saudi Arabia shows, like The Fiend getting destroyed and Undertaker almost dying. So, yeah, those are my thoughts on King and Queen of the Ring. I really wish they would change the title. I'd probably give it maybe 2 championships out of 5. But, not every pay-per-view is going to be a winner. And I really want to know, what did you guys think about the King and Queen of the Ring winners? What did you think about the matches overall? I've heard a lot of people say, one of my coworkers even mentioned that Cody Rhodes mentioned that possibly Logan Paul should have won, or that this just wasn't a very good show. I really want to know. Guys, but before I go, we got some very interesting news to talk about. AEW's Maxwell Jacob Friedman has returned. And I loved this. His return makes me want to go play AEW Fight Forever right now. And I've not touched that game in months. But MJF is back, and I love what they were doing. Like, they were showing, like, the things, like, in his trophy room. And the last thing that they showed was him pulling out that picture of him and Adam Cole. And we just hear his music. And he looks jacked. Like, he looked like over the time he was injured, he just got ripped. And he's wearing the same outfit that Triple H was wearing when he came back, just like, the scarf pattern. And he dropped this awesome promo, and I love what they were doing. Like, there's always been like this game, of like, oh, in 2024, is MJF going to go to the WWE? Well, he squashes that by showing his new tattoo, and it's an AEW chip, and it says, bet on yourself. He's AEW bound. He ain't going anywhere. And as someone in the comments once said, MJF is not the wrestler that AEW deserves, but it's the one that they need. I'm so excited to see what's going to happen with MJF. I want to see him get his hands on Adam Cole. I really want to see some really good matches. I would love to see him and Adam Copeland mix it up. That's the only one I can think of. But guys, what did you think of King and Queen of the Ring? What do you think about the fact that MJF is back? I really want to know. Guys, do not forget to do the Ric Flair strut, throw your coat on the ground, and elbow drop it for the subscribe button. Hit the like button for the 1, 2, 3, and I'll see you next time, guys, on Talk Inside the Ring. And stay tuned for my review of WWE 2K24. Bye, guys, and I'll see you next time in the ring.